Hey everyone, welcome back for our second multiplying matrices lesson 2.3. Now we're going to talk about what happens when you have three things that you've multiplied together that you need to add. It works the same way, it just gets a little more complicated, so I didn't want to throw too much at you at once. So you'll notice I've already filled in the first two blanks. The first two blanks are the same thing as on 2.2. I didn't want to change it, but I did want them to be here for you to be able to see. And remember that we are going to multiply each row times each column. Okay, so I'm going to kind of just jump straight into this first example and start talking about it. A is a 2 by 3, 2 rows, 3 columns. B is a 3 row, 2 column matrix, so 3 by 2. So if we want to find AB, that's a 2 by 3 times a 3 by 2. So you have to make sure that these two in the middle match. They do, awesome. But that means also that your answer is going to be a 2 by 2. It's whatever is left on the outsides. Then let's go ahead and double check BA. If I switch that order, 3 by 2 goes first, times the 2 by 3. Numbers in the middle are still fine. So my answer is going to be a 3 by 3. Again, the outsides basically. Insides have to match, the outsides tell you how big your answer is going to be. Okay, so let's start with A times B. And I'm always going to do this and rewrite them so that you guys can see it and I can write all over it to help you guys see what you're supposed to be multiplying and adding. So, first thing we're going to do is take the first row times the first column. And I've got 0 times 3 to kick this off. 0 times 3 is 0. Then negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. And 2 times 6 is 12. And then we are adding all three of these answers together for one entry. Then I have to multiply that same row by the second column. So 0 times negative 1 is 0. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. And 2 times 1 is 2. And we're adding together all of these. So see how it's the same idea, but it's a little bit more complicated when you have a lot of things to worry about. Then I'm going to move on to the second row because I'm out of columns. 4 times 3 is 12. 11 times 1 is 11. And 2 times 6 is 12. And again, I'm adding all of those together. Then, same row, but now I'm going to multiply them by the second column. And I'm sorry, I never circled the first one. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. 11 times 2 is 22. And 2 times 1 is 2. Adding all those together as well. Okay, this means that my answer to this one is 0 plus negative 1 plus 12 is 11. And I'm going to go ahead and just write it down here. 0 plus negative 2 plus 2, is all 0. Bottom left, 12 plus 11 plus 12 is 35. And negative 4 plus 22 is 18. 18 plus 2 is 20. Okay, and then out front, I'm going to go ahead and just write AB equals because that's the order I multiplied it in. Perfect. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do B times A. Also, before I move on, this is my 2 by 2 that I was expecting. Okay. All right, now let's do b times a. Okay, so first row, first column, 3 times 0, 0. Negative 1 times 4, negative 4. Putting those two together. Then I get to switch to the other column, so I stop adding together my entries when I'm switching to the next column. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Negative 1 times 11 is negative 11. Third column, negative 3 times 2, sorry, just 3 times 2. I said negative for no reason. Is 6. Negative 1 times 2 is 6. Sorry, negative 2. What in the world? Sometimes my math doesn't work very well, guys. Then I'm going to do the same thing, but with the next row. In the first column, 1 times 0, 0. 2 times 4, 8. Add them. Next column, 1 times negative 1, negative 1. 2 times 11, 22. Next column, 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Third, last but not least, 6 and 1 times 0 and 4, 6 times 0, 0. 1 times 4, 4. 6 times negative 1 for the next column. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. Backtrack. Third row, second column. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. 1 times 11 is 11. Third row, third column, last one. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 times 2 is 2. And then I've just got my adding left to do. 0 minus 4, negative 4. Negative 3 minus 11, negative 14. 6 minus 2, 4. 0 plus 8, 8. Negative 1 plus 22, 21. 2 plus 4, 6. 0 plus 4, 4. Negative 6 plus 11, 5. 12 plus 2, 14. And notice how this is a 3 by 3 matrix, just like I said it was going to be. All right, let's do example 2. We only have to do 1 this time, except it's a big one. It's a 3 by 3 times a 3 by 3, which is still going to be a 3 by 3. Okay? 3 by 3 times 3 by 3. Everything's a 3. The 3 is mashed in the middle, and my answer is going to be a 3 by 3 at the end. All right, I am not going to rewrite this one because it's already being multiplied for us. So, first row, first column. 6 times 3 is 18. Negative 1 times 7 is negative 7 is positive 7. And 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Okay, then switching, first row, but now second column. 6 times 1, 6. Negative 1 times 15, negative 15. 3 times 3, 9. Next column. 6 times negative 2, negative 12. Negative 1 times 9, negative 9. 3 times 7, 21. Ready for my next row. Ooh, I see a lot of 1s. That's good. 1s are easy to multiply by. Okay, 1 times 3, 3. 1 times negative 7, negative 7. Negative 1 times negative 4, positive 4. Careful with double negative. Then, second row still. Now second column. I don't want that marker. Sorry. Redoing it for no reason, I realize. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 15, 15. Negative 1 times 3, negative 3. Last column. 1 times negative 2, negative 2. 1 times 9, 9. Negative 1 times 7, negative 7. Third row, here we go. Third row, first column. 3 times 3, 9. Negative 1 times negative 7, positive 7. 4 times negative 4, negative 16. Then third row still, but now second column. Again, I suggest going row by row. 3 times 1, 3. Plus negative 1 times 15, negative 15. 4 times 3, 12. Last column, last row, last column, and then we're done. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Negative 1 times 9 is negative 9. 4 times 7 is 28. Whew, talk about one that's way easier to do if you are not using a calculator for every tiny little operation. All right, let's go ahead and add these together. 18 plus 7 is 25. 25 minus 12 is 13. 6 minus 15 is negative 9, plus 9 is 0. Negative 12 minus 9 is negative 21. Negative 21 plus 21 is 0. Hey, look at that. 3 minus 7 is negative 4, plus 4 is 0. 1 plus 15 is 16, minus 3 is 13. Negative 2 plus 9 is 7, minus 7 is 0. 9 plus 7 is 16, minus 16 is 0. 3 minus 15 is negative 12, plus 12 is 0. And negative 6 minus 9 is negative 15, plus 28 is 13.